Hey, Jeff Howard here at Kiteboarding.com, and with the season getting underway, well, I'm going to talk to you about things to inspect. And one of the most important parts of your equipment, from kite to board to lines and bar, is that bar and lines. This is the connection that keeps you connected to the kite and the power, as well as takes all the load, the stress, the wear and tear, everything. If you don't have your bar in good order, you're either going to swim in a long ways or you're going to have some serious problems. So I want to talk about a few things that we always like to tell people to look at. So first off, let's look at this chicken loop. Chicken loop, your hook-in tube, your lock tube, your safety line, everything. You always want to inspect these things. Look inside of here. A lot of these older ones have some screws and bolts or pins, or here's the layover that locks it. It's called the lock device that the cylinder slides over. Inspect these things. Make sure there's no wear and tear underneath here. I have seen some wear and tear in here after continuous releases, and it wears some of this metal and something falls in there. Take a peek at it. All this stuff is replaceable and should be fixed. It's a small price to pay if you look at it. So check inside of here at all your boats. Make sure that your slider is working. Sometimes these little elastic bungees that are inside of here wear out and they're not keeping that sleeve down, and you can accidentally release your chicken loop. Take a peek and inspect that. The other thing that I like to tell people is look at the chicken loop line. This is the load line. This is the adjustment line. These are very important and easy to replace. They are overbuilt, so it can have a lot of wear and tear to it, and you're not going to break it. But the problem is they get stuck up inside of here and your cleats and everything. So get these replaced. It's something that's very small. We have everything to replace these, but take a peek at that. The other one, which to me is the most important, is this safety line. The line that is connected to one of the front lines that depowers the kite. It's the depower safety link line. People don't check these. These run through the bar, such as on this Nash rig. It runs in the bar here and takes a lot of abuse as you pull in and pull out, twisting, sand, and everything. And these have failed. They release the kite, and all of a sudden, this line snaps. Again, it is overbuilt. It is made to take wear and tear, but only to a certain point. So inspect that line and make sure that it runs clean through the system. That's the other thing. Look up here at some of these pulleys or some of the stainless steel rings and loops. You want to make sure, pull this, make sure that these slide smooth in through there. That's the safety system. If they don't, I've seen these jam up and a person asks why and what. It's because they're not checking that line. If this line has wear and tear on it and it tries to pull through here, it doesn't slide through. So inspect that. Whereas where it slides through on your fly line, you want to check that. These are all replaceable. It's small little parts and pieces that in the long run keeps you from swimming in. Now, another thing a lot of people don't check, and I like to tell them, is the link lines that run on your outside. Inside these floats, that line is in there and it's moving, wear and tear, salt water, sand, and everything. Remove these things. Pull these out. And once you get these pulled out, pull that leader and check that for wear and tear. Up inside of here, there's little sharp little objects sometimes, and you'll get some wear in there. And then what happens is you're out there riding, having a great time, and you don't see it underneath there, and you get that wear and tear. Slide it all the way through, give it a check. Again, those are all replaceable. We can make those here for you. So that's inspecting of the bar end. Again, look at all the small little things. Make sure there's no wear and tear down here, that nothing's going to release. Last but not least is these fly lines. Fly lines are easily replaceable. They take a lot of wear and tear because they get salt and sand on them. Take your time, hook up your bar somewhere to a post or whatever, run your hands down each line. Feel for any leftover sand or knots. Knots are some of the worst that can end up at the ends of the fly lines where you go to separate those. Knots can be removed. Knots will reduce the strength of this line in half. So you will see problems where we see a lot of lines break is at the ends where they get whipped around and tangled. So give us a call if you have any questions about replacing those, and we can get that taken care of. But knots are the worst. So inspect your lines. If something's bad, let us know. Get these lines replaced. It is very easy to do so. Now, the last but not least is at the end of your fly lines. At the end, you will see sleeving on there. Sleeving is supposed to take the wear and tear. Spectra or Dyneema does not take a lot of wear before it'll break. So what happens is you put on the sleeving, the manufacturer's stitching it on, and that takes the wear and tear at the end. The best bet is to put pigtails on there. If you put pigtails, you will never wear out the ends of your fly lines, but some of them, they're still using the ends of the loops to connect to your kite, and there will be a lot of wear and tear where you continuously knot and connect to that kite. Get those replaced. We can put new sleeving on those lines, and if it hasn't gone into the wear and tear of the inner core, the spectra at the end, put a pigtail on there and it will take care of that issue. The pigtails will take the wear and tear. Anyway, that's how you want to check and inspect that bar. Make sure their safety release systems work. Go through it so you have a great season. Get it started the right way. If you have any questions about that, give us a call here at our repair department at Fix My Kite, and here at Kiteboarding.com we can help you out. Have a great day.